Yeah, welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the Brown Boy Wonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. The Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
This is the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast.
You guys just heard the Batman intro theme. That means it is time to talk about Batman, the animated series. We're going to talk about episodes 46 to 50. But before we do that, let me bring out my guest here. You can see here wearing a VR set. It is Ray. Ray, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm in the digital realm.
Ooh. Are you having fun?
It's fine. You know, it's about the same as real.
Yeah, I would agree so. But my next guest, he told a very nice story to us. It is Skyler. Skyler, how are you doing today?
What does that mean? What does a very nice story mean?
In this case, it was apparently about a girl throwing up at medieval times.
No, you can't bring in before recording. No, well, now that part has to go in.
No, let them be questioned. Some questions don't need answers, Skyler.
Bro, you either have to edit this out or put it all in. There is no other choice.
I'll think about it. Don't worry, I'll think about it. But of course, my last guest, you might see him a little bit off balance. It is Daniel. Daniel, how are you doing today?
I'm a little unsteady.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know you can sing like that.
Would you consider that singing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm happy to be here and showcasing my talents. Please hit the golden buzzer for me, Howie Mandel.
Daniel was on The Masked Singer.
I played the button.
Oh, okay. Well, let me. I don't want to bring the sad news part but I have to bring it up. We lost an icon. Of course, he's in films like Heat, Tombstone, and of course, Batman Forever. An underrated movie. Val Kilmer. He passed away. Guys, what do you guys thought about his passing or his whole career? Or maybe just as Batman.
His passing is very sad. His whole career was amazing. We're gonna miss Val Kilmer. Now, you thought he was already dead because of that scene from Top Gun Maverick. You told me this.
Yes. So in Top Gun Maverick 2, did you call it 2 or it's just Maverick?
Top Gun Maverick was
Maverick.
That
it is
was
Top
the
Gun
title.
Maverick.
You said it correct and then ruined it afterwards.
Well, so he died. They put his illness in the movie, and then he also died in the movie. So in my mind, he's like, "Oh, he actually passed away." So I thought he passed away a long time ago. So, but that's not the case because that was a movie. But yeah, he passed away. I feel like kids these days don't know about Val Kilmer. For those who don't know, all those kids out there, watch Tombstone. Tombstone, right? Tombstone is a great movie. I'm Your Huckleberry. Heat as well.
Willow.
Was he in Willow?
He's Mad Mardigan.
Oh, okay.
Was he in the Willow TV show that got canceled and then scrubbed from the internet?
No,
Oh.
he was not.
Well,
I will say I
Yeah.
did get to meet Val Kilmer at a
Oh, okay.
convention.
That's true. That's true.
How was he?
Yeah. Well, it was when he was in the thick of it, going through chemo and everything. So it was it was very bittersweet because you know, obviously to see someone like that and all, and it was very just brief, and you know, I have a signed photo of him.
Oh, nice.
But you know, he was also very kind. He couldn't really talk, but he did smile and like shake hands and everything. And I feel like he is one of the underrated Batmans. I absolutely love him as Batman.
I feel like he's a great Bruce Wayne as well.
Yeah.
Man, well, R.I.P. to Val Kilmer, an underrated GOAT. But let's get into Batman the Animated Series here for episode 46. Also, by the way, all these episodes are really good. We have a good batch of ones right here. Were you guys to say the same thing?
Maybe I'm gonna. So our recording of this was postponed a week, so I watched these a while ago. So I'm not gonna remember what we watched till you start talking about them.
Okay, well that's fine to me. But let's get into episode 46. Almost got him.
Oh, well then yes.
Okay. Well, hiding out from the police, the Joker, the Penguin, Two-Face, Killer Croc gather at the criminals only bar. The stacked deck to play cards, swap stories, and share theories about their mutual nemesis. Two-Face doubts that Batman is one person. The Penguin thought that Batman suffered some crime-related trauma in his past, which is actually true.
That is true. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Penguin's smart in this show.
not in the previous episodes. Right now he's smart, but not in the previous episodes.
He just likes birds. Come on.
That's true. Killer Croc believes that Batman is a robot. He's stupid. Poison Ivy.
I mean, that's funny.
That was funny.
Believing he's a robot because it's like later there are robot Batmans in the future with failsafe and everything.
Yeah, and also, why is that stupid? Because the first episode with the Joker had a robot henchman.
You're right. So, I can see how Killer Croc will think that. If there's anything in their head.
You know what? I can't say the also because it's a spoiler.
He's gonna spoil the whole episode.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Don't worry, I'll spoil the episode. Don't worry.
No.
Poison Ivy then arrives, orders a horrible tea, and then joins the game. Soon after, Herbal.
Okay, yeah. She orders a chai tea.
Yes, chai. No, don't say chai tea. It's just chai because chai means tea. You just say chai. That's it.
Chai tea latte cafe.
Don't stop. Soon after, all five of them begin to argue over how they come close to killing the Batman, and then each tells their own story how they almost got him. I also in the scene I like how Two-Face poured half and half cream because Two-Face. I thought that was a great joke. In his,
he's committed to the bit.
Yeah. But let's get into Poison Ivy's story here. Poison Ivy placed a poison gas inside pumpkins on Halloween, which went off when lit. When most of Gotham City started to feel the effects of the gas, Batman went to the city pumpkin patch to investigate. There, Ivy attacked Batman with the gas, successfully weakened him, and almost unmasked him. However, he programmed the Batmobile to run down Ivy and pulled a oxygen mask from the vehicle. Batman pretty much captured her. Do you guys like her story here?
I mean, she did almost get him, kind of.
I know.
Yeah,
she might be the least close to actually getting him in these stories, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess in the sense of like her plan worked until Batman showed up. She almost got him.
That's just how things work in this city.
Yeah.
I guess so. Well, let's get into Two-Face's story here. Two-Face staged a robbery of the Gotham Mint for $2 million in $2 bills. Batman, in an attempt to stop the heist, was overpowered by Two-Face's henchmen, the two-ton gang. Two-Face.
Two-Face needs to stop.
Yeah, his
Too
puns.
much. It's too much.
He's acting like the Joker when it comes to these puns.
He literally can't help it though.
Half and half.
He's making it everyone's problem.
My problem. Two-Face flipped his coin to see whether he would kill Batman or let him live. With a negative bad heads result, Batman lunged at Two-Face ineffectively and was restrained by his henchmen. Two-Face took Batman's utility belt, strapped him to a giant penny, and placed it on a catapult. If it landed face down, Batman would be squashed. If it landed face up, his bones would shatter. The coin was launched, and in midair, Batman cut himself free from the rope using Two-Face's own coin, which he managed to steal. Batman leaped clear of the giant penny, landing and caught the crooks. In return, getting Two-Face much of his irritation, the Gotham Mint actually led Batman to keep the giant penny, which would wound up be a trophy in the Batcave. Do you guys like this coin gimmick of the Two-Face?
I guess if you look at the more serious side of this show, this is rather silly. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic Batman thing, and then he gets to keep the big penny, right? So it works.
It works. It's like Adam West. I feel like it's like
Yeah, it's a bit more retro in its
Adam Westy
silliness. But I want to point out that the massive penny landed on those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
So are they dead? It's not Batman's fault if they are.
No, they're good.
No, a penny is copper, right? So it wouldn't weigh that much.
Why do you assume that the giant penny
giant,
is made from
though.
the same metal? It could be hollow for all we know.
But specifically, we were told, and unless Two-Face was lying to us,
Yeah.
if it landed face down, Batman's smushed to death. If it lands face up, it lands at such a force that all of his bones are going to be broken.
Yeah, but that was
Well,
It landed on two other guys.
Yeah,
But
which
those
means
two
that
other guys,
the weight was distributed across two people. Think about that.
and they were the two-ton gang.
Yeah, which means
So do
they
they
each
weigh
weigh
2
a ton
tons?
each. No, they each one weighs 1 ton.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
I think they're dead.
Maybe.
And if they're not dead by the end of the episode, like long-term effects, internal bleeding, they will die later.
Well, we see Alfred cleaning the giant penny some other time, so it might be covered in blood. He might be cleaning the blood off.
That's
Also,
too much.
isn't it great that we get an origin story for the giant penny? Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Now we need one
Right.
for the dinosaur robot.
There's a dinosaur robot?
Yeah, famously, those are like two of the joke
there's a-
things that Batman has in the Batcave.
Big
Hmm.
T-Rex, a big penny, and a Joker playing card. That's what he's got.
Hey, what can we say?
That's a good question. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. But don't worry, because we're going to get into Killer Croc's story. Killer Croc claims that he once was holed up in a quarry when Batman turned up. Batman approached Croc's hiding place, getting closer and closer, and then Croc threw a rock at him.
It was a big
rock.
It was a big rock. All the villains to stare at him, unimpressed. It's a great shot. Great moment. I think everyone remembers this scene, at least in
One of
Batman the Animated
One of the
Series.
more famous jokes from this whole show. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, it was a big rock. Is that the best story we have so far?
No, I'm gonna give it to Two-Face for now.
Okay. Well, let's get into Penguin's story here. It's not as crazy, but the Penguin turned a zoo into a home for endangered birds in a plot to kill.
You said not as crazy as throwing a rock, and then you said turned a zoo into a death trap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
I just want you to maybe consider your words and actions.
Yeah, I should think before I talk.
No, well,
Yeah, but it's too late to start now.
It's okay because he turned the zoo into a dangerous birds place to plot to kill the Batman, pretending to attempt to break in. He caught Batman's attention. The Penguin sprayed Batman with a red gas of his infamous umbrella gun. What's it? Is that a magical tool he has? The umbrella gun?
He has lots of different umbrellas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we established this. Yeah.
So this one he has to be ready for a specific gimmick.
Yes.
So he's got one that's like got a knife in it. He's got one that can shoot bullets. Probably keeps that one in his car all the time. But then this one, he was like, "Oh, I got these hummingbirds that apparently have poison-tipped beaks." Which is that real? Do those exist?
Of course not.
Don't say of course not. There's some weird shit
There's
out there.
no way.
Well, all right. We'll agree to disagree. But yeah, and so he's got this one loaded up with gas. It's just a one shot, and then he runs away.
As he always does. Well, because acting angry as through the spray was useless, Penguin ducked into the Big Bird house, Sesame Street. Do not defund them. As Batman give chase, Penguin announced over a loudspeaker that in fact the red gas was a nectar eaten by poison-beaked hummingbirds, which were released to attack Batman. After being bitten several times, Batman threw a batarang at a sprinkler where the water grounded the small birds. They grounded, just like Xenon. Before Batman could inject.
I said drowned.
Oh,
no one was drowned in Xenon. But please continue.
Well, she was grounded for sure.
I know. I got the joke.
I'm sure this episode's already out there. Before Batman could inject himself with the antidote, he was attacked by a vicious, gashed by a cross worry, that big giant bird, I believe. In desperation, Batman grabbed one of the poison hummingbirds and used it as a weapon to stab the big ass bird.
He stabbed a bird with another bird.
How can who can think like Batman?
Well, apparently Penguin, because he, as far as we know, could be just making this story up.
That's true. It's the same as the other guys.
These are all unreliable narrators. Anybody could be lying.
I believe him though.
Killer Croc couldn't even. Maybe he didn't throw the rock at him.
Oh, he couldn't think of a story, so he just made that up.
Yeah,
Killer Croc actually only fought Batman the once, and it was in his episode.
That's it. Yeah. Batman chased after the Penguin outside, but the villain escaped, flying away in his umbrella helicopter, and that's it. Do you guys like his story?
I think he's so far been the closest one to actually getting him.
Yeah, I think so.
Batman was actually wounded. Well, to be fair, Two-Face did get him, but then Batman got away. So, But Penguin escaped. Penguin ended his story not being arrested. So I'm gonna give Penguin the crown on this one.
That's true. Penguin on top right now, and then it's Two-Face, and then it's Poison Ivy. Then
we don't know how big the Rock was, so we'll give.
That's true.
It was the person, actually.
Oh,
Dwayne.
He's a big guy.
Or you?
What if we got to like one cutaway and Killer Croc was just holding the moon in one hand?
Oh, whoa!
That's a big rock.
Killer Moon. All right. Well, let's get into Joker's story. The Joker and his gang took over and blocked off the set of Gotham City late night talk show. His gang holding the audience hostage. Batman went to save the people in the set, but was overpowered by overpowered and strapped into a laugh-powered electric chair, which would fry him with electricity that rose in voltage the more the audience laughed. That's pretty good. That's
How did he
that's
make
crazy.
that?
I don't know. He should have some engineers in his team.
Because even WWE fakes their crowd cheering thing.
Yeah.
The noise decibel.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Doesn't matter.
Well, the Joker then took over the show as host. With the audience laugh at gunpoint, the Joker wanted more honest laughter and pumped the studio with laughing gas until these people would laugh at the phone book. And he then had his assistant, your favorite Ray, Harley Quinn, read names out of the phone book to bring more laughter from the crowd. During this time, the Joker got so confident that he could take out a sausage and begin cooking it with the chair steadily increasing electricity until Catwoman broke into the studio and attacked him. Oh man, a lot of things are happening right here. While being thrown back, the Joker dropped the metal rod he was using to hold the sausage right on the Batman's lap. Too distracted at this point with Catwoman, nobody saw Batman use the rod to escape from the chair. Too late, as the Joker was already fleeing the studio, Catwoman starting to gain on him, whilst knocked out by Harley Quinn. Then, to prove there is no more than one way to get Batman, he instructed Harley to take Catwoman to a cat food factory. Is that a real cat food factory? Is that a real thing?
Where do you think cat food comes from?
I think I make it. So yeah.
Not the factory.
What?
Where else?
A farm?
No, you
A
tell me.
farm. Like a farm or a store.
A store?
Where's the store getting?
Where's the store getting it?
Farmers. I don't know. What is cat food? It's just beef, right?
It's like
doesn't
bad
matter.
meat.
No. First of all, no. But just it doesn't matter. Let's continue.
Well, the Joker himself decided to hide out at the stack deck for a while to lose Batman. Joker explains to the other villains, much to their honor, that he is getting ready to meet Harley at the factory and turn Catwoman into cat food to deliver to Batman the following morning. Do you guys like this story of the Joker? Or the story's Joker story?
Well, so this story is true because we stop it from happening. Batman does, anyways. I mean, they were kind of horrified by it. The rest of the villains,
A little bit. I mean, turning Catwoman to cat food? I'll be scared.
seems like something the Joker would try to do.
Yeah, man, Joker in his ways, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Like the laughing fish. We didn't like the laughing fish.
I did.
Oh, you did, yeah, you did. Well, this is the true story here. At this point, Killer Croc stands up saying, "I don't think so," in a different voice, and proceeds to throw the Joker across the room, revealing himself to be Batman in disguise.
Another
yes.
Mission Impossible mask. He could be anyone, this guy.
The shot we get when the light is like swinging and like when the light's on him and he's Croc, but when it's the shadow and it's the silhouette of Batman is so good.
This is a good scene, of course, and I think this is the best disguise of Batman we have so far.
Where's the real
Also,
Croc?
That's a good question.
He doesn't know how to play poker.
I want to walk this episode back a little bit since we have the reveal that Batman is Croc. We see him do some like crazy stuff because obviously that means the Killer Croc story is true. Batman just picked one and he's like, he threw a rock at me. I'm going to tell him that. But also before we see, because like Croc gives up his seat, and if you're watching in the background, you see him fight one of the guys to steal their seats, which is later to reveal just to be the rest of Gotham PD. So he like had a mock fight with someone to steal a chair.
wasn't a mock fight. He was just in character.
Yeah.
That cop wasn't ready for it.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
it was Bullock.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it gotta be Bullock.
What was he eating back there? Could have been anything.
A cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah, could have been anything. Cheeseburger.
Well, however, it would seem Batman placed himself in great danger to get this information, as now he finds himself alone in a bar, confronted by his deadliest foes, all too eager to get him, and in a perfect position to do so. Unfortunately for the villains, however, Batman literally turned the tables on them. As you guys said, Batman gives a signal, and suddenly the villains are confronted by multiple loaded guns, as revealed that every person of the bar is a police officer, among, of course, Harvey Bullock and Commissioner Gordon. It was all a sting operation. As the villains are arrested, Batman goes to the cat food factory to find Catwoman bound, gagged, and strapped to a conveyor belt. Batman successfully manages to save both Catwoman and get Harley Quinn. Batman and Catwoman thank each other for their respective saves. Catwoman makes a pass at Batman and implores him to reveal his identity to her, only to turn and find he has pulled one of his trademarks, disappearing axe. Catwoman then smiles, shakes her head, and mews, almost got him. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down for this episode?
I think this is one of the most iconic episodes of the entire show. So, thumbs up.
What about you, Dan? Oh, you, Ray. What about you?
I definitely agree. It's a thumbs up. It's, it's a great use of all the characters in the story, and like the reveal is good. So yeah.
What about you, Daniel?
Yeah, it's good. Definitely a thumbs up.
I would say for those who have not watched the show, if you have to choose one episode to choose off of this show to watch the first time, maybe it's this one.
Or Prophecy of Doom.
You sure? Prophecy of Doom?
With the fake. What did that guy even do?
He flew around. He trying to get money from the rich people.
No, it's terrible. Don't watch that one.
No. All right, yeah, I'm also giving a thumbs up. I have an interesting fact for this episode. Of course, Paul Dini had originally written that instead of using exploding pumpkins, Poison Ivy instead set a Christmas tree on fire in protest to them being chopped for the holidays. But according to Dini, broadcasts and standards and practices had him change it and opted to instead using pumpkins. Producer Bruce Timm thought the pumpkin idea would work much better.
Yeah, it was like lighting a Christmas tree on fire a little too anti
religious.
Christmas. I don't want to say religious symbol, but like, yeah, it's anti Christmas, which can then be translated to anti Christianity or of some sort. Whereas you could blow up pumpkins and people who like Halloween are like, yeah, that's cool.
Because Halloween is not a real holiday.
Hey, how dare you?
Hey.
I'm just holding my
the
hands
coolest
up.
holiday.
Yeah, you dress up and you walk around.
Why are you coming for Halloween right now? What is this?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying you don't do much in Halloween as an adult.
What are you talking about? What? You do what?
You don't do. I'm gonna protest this show.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm not coming back.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
We have a Halloween series every year. Here, you and me.
I know. Please, everyone, check that out. We did Saw and the Conjuring universe. Next up, we're doing Final Destination.
Not unless you put some respect on the holiday of Halloween.
I respect it now. I respect it. Right, Daniel?
Nope, you definitely don't respect it.
Okay. Well, let's move on, as we say.
Hang on, real quick. I googled it. There's no such thing as poison-tipped hummingbirds.
Damn it!
Of course not. Why bother googling it?
Listen,
why would Penguin lie?
Crazy stuff out there.
For what reason would a hummingbird need poison on its beak? It's not a predator. It has no reason to poison things.
sometimes things have poison or venom, either or, because they're prey,
Yeah, it's
and to
defense
deter
mechanism.
them.
How is it
Yeah.
a defense mechanism if it's stabbing you?
It
It
stabs
can
who's
stab its
attacking it.
prey.
In
or
every case in
predator.
which a prey animal has poison, it is poison that is like given to the person when they eat them.
Well, guess
It's
what?
not a
Whoever
weapon.
whoever eats a hummingbird ain't gonna leave out the beak.
Okay, well, they're flying to stab the guy.
They smelled him and thought he was a flower. That's different.
Okay.
Also, shouldn't
just-
hummingbirds be humming?
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm
Are you
I'm
all
almost
right
sick.
today, Abrar?
I'm a little sick. I forgot to mention. I have a little stuffy nose, so I might be not hearing clearly. I apologize. But let's get into the next episode here, guys. Episode 47, Birds of a Feather. Penguin's up to his old tricks again. This time robbing a museum of its paintings, with him taking a particular interest in a picture of ducks created by John James Audubon. Obdun? John James. As usual.
You should have done the from the movie American Animals, where they steal the book of bird paintings, Birds of America, based on the real story of those guys that tried to steal that thing from the college.
Is that what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, as usual, Penguin tries to keep a high-class image of his victims, and then Batman arrives to stop him. Penguin tries to escape, but it's simply in no use. When was the last time you guys were in a museum?
I went to an art museum like 6 or 7 months ago.
Oh, you liked it?
Yes, I thought it was cool to look at art. I don't know what else to say about it.
Not a lot of people like to go to museums, so I was just surprised.
Well, I think maybe I'm wrong. I think an art museum is one of the cooler ones you can go to because everything you look at, you are the one that's in charge of interpreting it. So, but then history museums are cool. You can see dinosaur bones.
That's true. What about you guys?
Dinosaur bones. The last museum I was in was the Pope's special collection at the Vatican. It was pretty great. It was all right, I guess. It was like pretty okay. No.
Pope stole all that stuff.
He did.
Wow.
He did. It was literally broken down into which countries it had been stolen from. They were like, that's the building with the shit stolen from Egypt, and that's the building with the stuff stolen from South America.
They should give it back.
Mm-hmm. No, so what happened is they went to all of those countries and they took all of their things, and then when they asked for it back, they said, no, actually give me more.
Anywho, I've been to the Smithsonian's like 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
I lived in Maryland, and it was
No,
very common
it's cool.
for our field trips to be to
that makes a lot of sense.
DC. And yeah, and the Smithsonian's are free. So
Yeah.
Oh,
They're also really cool. There's the one that's all movie and television historical props and such. That's for obvious reasons. I think that's the coolest one.
yeah.
I think the air and space is the coolest.
Oh well, yeah, that's cool too.
That's good. The last time I've been to a museum, it was maybe I was in 12th grade. For some reason.
Let's go to a museum.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What kind?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, there was that video game museum we always talk about.
That's true.
All right, Daniel, book it up.
Yeah, so it's on you.
I don't think you have to book. You just go there.
Oh, okay. I mean, because you're the
You
expert.
don't usually have to make an appointment to go to a museum.
Daniel, you're
usually-
you're the museum expert. You've been
I-
to the most Italian museum out of all of us.
Oh,
I've
That's
been
true.
to several Italian museums, unfortunately. Now, it's sort of what you do when you go there.
that's good because, like, after some time, Penguin is released from jail and insists that he has learned his lesson and is ready to rejoin the elite society. However, he finds that no one is waiting for him outside of the prison, and he ends up having to take the bus filled with less than savvy people and a rude driver into Gotham. There's a shot of Penguin just standing there. I feel like I just want to give a hug to the Penguin. How about you guys?
Is this the most huggable version of the Penguin?
Yeah, I would say.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's kind
know.
of
Danny DeVito looks like a pillow in that suit.
Yeah, but
That's
he looks like
because
like
they stuffed a bunch of pillows into that
pillow
suit.
that was put out on the street for garbage collection, and then it rained for 2 days, and it's still there.
That's true.
It would be smelly for sure, but I'll still hug him.
Abrar, you would hug Colin Farrell's Penguin.
Yeah, but then he would
And
hug you
then-
back
and
around the
then
neck.
and then he would he would
Ooh,
take
he's
care
gonna-
of you.
Yeah, like Vic. Oh,
Okay,
shout out to Vic.
spoiler.
Well,
Spoilers.
I didn't say anything.
You
I
gotta
just
cut
say
that spoiler out.
I just say shout out to Vic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Elsewhere, Veronica Veerland mopes over her falling social status. Her equally vain fellow socialite, Pierce Chapman, suggests that she should throw a party. Veronica agrees, but thinks that she needs something special to spur up the party. Pierce reminds her of the Joker's crashing a friend's party and then shows her a news article about the Penguin's release. Believing that this will bring her back into eyes of her peers, Veronica makes plans to invite him. Penguin returns home expecting to find his own peers waiting for him. However, he finds only Batman is there waiting to warn him to stay out of trouble. After Batman leaves, Penguin receives a call from Veronica and she asks him out on a dinner date, which Penguin is more happy to accept. How long was Batman waiting in that room there?
I think it's really funny that sometimes throughout this show, we'll see Batman checking up on somebody and being like, I just want to make sure that they're staying on the right path, and I want to make sure that they get the help that they need. And there's other times where people get out of prison and he shows up and he's like, I know you're still a piece of shit and I'm going to prove it. And Penguin is one of those.
Oh man. Well, it's okay because out of the restaurant, Penguin loudly makes a bad jokes and eats small fish whole, upsetting the restaurant's customers. Furthermore, his presence caused people more to walk out in fear that he will rob them. Penguin, yeah,
I love this. I love that he thinks he's like top of the food chain socialite. He's Mr. Fancy Schmancy, but he's a slob. He's gross. He's loud. He's boisterous, and all these actual fancy people are like, "Ooh, my heavens!" I think that's really cool.
yes. A Penguin doesn't notice this, but he does suspect that Veronica has motives for inviting him. Veronica assures him that she's just interested in him and his unique traits. Penguin is enchanted and asks for the check, but is told that the meal is free if he would just leave. Penguin takes this as a gesture of respect of his status and leaves him even happier than ever. How are you guys liking Veronica here? Do you guys think at this point she really likes him or just using him?
No,
Well, no, of course she doesn't really like him.
she told us that she didn't like him.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
This is the beginning of her. Like throughout the episode, she does start to see not even a more human side to him. Just she kind of realizes that she's mistreating a human who might have some mental health issues.
Yeah.
So she kind of like realizes she's being shitty more than she realizes she likes him. But no, she definitely she's kind of a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she in the comics? Veronica Rearland? Rear?
You think I've ever read
I
a
don't know.
comic book in my life?
Yes!
Okay, well I have, but not one with this lady in it.
Oh, okay. Well, as Penguin and Veronica leave, a trio of thugs notice them and decides to mug them. Unaware of this, Veronica takes the opportunity to invite Penguin to her party, which he readily accepts. Just then, the thugs make their attack, and the Penguin starts to fight them off with his umbrella. However, one of the thugs manages to get a hold of Veronica's necklace, which Penguin takes back. At this moment, Batman arrives and takes down the thugs. However, he mistakes Penguin for the leader of these punks and attacks him as well. Veronica clears things up with Batman as much as to his surprise. Is Batman cock blocking the Penguin here?
Gabriel, you just said that. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I regret.
No,
She wasn't gonna sleep with
'Cause-
him.
she wasn't going to sleep with him.
Oh, Penguin's
anything-
mind.
Penguin doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know
Penguin
that.
doesn't know that. If anything, he's blocking the friend zone from happening.
That's a good point.
I think there's a solid chance that Penguin did hire those guys.
You
That's
think so?
Yeah.
Just like the Mad Hatter when we thought those thugs were gonna get
Mhm.
what's her name?
Yeah,
Alice.
Alice?
one would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we thought. But yeah, could be the same here.
Yeah, but Batman shows up and he starts to try to arrest the wrong people. A cab includes Batman, unfortunately.
I guess so. Later, Pierce talks to Veronica about the failed mugging and jokes that Penguin's lack of style. Veronica, however, thinks that was touching as she's not used to having someone to rush to rescue her as Penguin had. During the conversation, Bruce arrives and asks about who they're talking about and learns that Veronica is only dating Penguin as a stunt. Bruce advised them to not cross the Penguin like this, but Pierce said, talk to the hand, pretty much. Pierce, as a real a-hole, he called Penguin NOKD, aka not our kind dear.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real thing.
Dude.
People really say that.
Is that a real acronym?
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know if they use the acronym, but like, yeah, hoity-toity aristocrat types. Yeah, they absolutely say that.
Not our
Damn.
kind.
That's like, I don't know what to say. It's okay. The next night, Veronica and Penguin heads out to watch the opera. I need Anthony here. Pagliacci.
Pagliacci.
Pagliacci. Excuse me. Penguin mimics the tune of his horrible singing voice, much to Veronica's dismay. This still.
I feel like that sentence isn't written well. The singer's voice is fine. It's Penguin who sucks. But the way that it was written made it sound like he was doing a perfect copy of a terrible singer.
Yes, I meant the other way then. Still, she
Also,
puts. Yeah.
that song, if you go to Cinemark, is the song that plays when they're like, don't miss out on the big moments. Get your popcorn with our app.
That's right. That guy that goes to the bathroom and misses what I can only assume is the portal scene in Endgame where everyone's jumping up and down throwing their popcorn.
Yeah.
Well, still, she puts on a happy face and allows him to kiss her hand. Despite her disgust, Bruce starts to feel a little more sympathy for Penguin. Are you guys feeling the same way as Bruce here? Because, screw these rich people.
Yeah. I mean, I know I joked earlier that Penguin might have hired those guys. I do think that he's genuinely trying to not be evil. Like he's still a gross little monster, man. but he's trying to turn over a new leaf. He thinks he has friends, and he's being taken advantage of and made fun of, and he's being carried like
He is.
Stephen King's
Yeah.
Carrie.
Oh, yes, exactly. Oh, perfect analogy.
Thank you. That's
Um,
why you pay me the big bucks.
Oh, I do. Oh, you're not talking about the remake, right? You're talking about the 1975 one,
Yeah,
right?
the Brian De Palma one, not the
Okay.
whoever the.
No, he's
I was-
just talking about the book.
I
Oh.
also read the book.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot about
The
the
book's
book.
really short. Did you know the book's only like 99 pages? You could read it in a day.
99.
Oh, so it's a short story then.
Yeah, technically. A real short story.
How's it a 2-hour film?
I don't think it was 2 hours. We're getting sidetracked a lot.
That's what we do here in the Brownboywonders podcast. You know this. Veronica's party gets underway. Penguin wastes no time socializing with the guests, though he thinks that he's been very witty and refined. They're appalled. Pierce finds this greatly amusing, but Veronica's started to feel a little guilty, as she should, about what she's been doing to the Penguin. Meanwhile, Bruce watches as Penguin steps out to admire a piece of jewelry that he thinks he is stolen. However, Penguin shows Bruce that isn't actually a gold penguin, which he wants to give Veronica as a gift. Taken aback, Bruce starts to believe that Penguin really has been reformed. Unfortunately, when Penguin goes in to see Veronica, he overhears her and Pierce talking about their bad jokes. Outraged at being played as a fool, or being okey-doked, Penguin hits them with knockout gas and kidnaps Veronica despite Bruce's attempt to stop him. Guys, here we go again. This is pretty much, of course, Batman 2. Batman Returns, of course. The story here.
This was tragic.
Yeah.
This was. I mean, so yeah. On one hand, you want to feel bad for the Penguin because he's getting jerked around here, but on the other
Big time.
hand, the fact that the first asshole he met, he went straight to gassing and kidnapping and murder. Like, he was not fit to be in society, anyways.
Maybe his own society, but not this one.
The criminal society.
Yeah. Well, Pierce goes to the police and particularly annoyed Commissioner Gordon, who tells them that they're waiting for the ransom note. Pierce tells Gordon that sometimes he wonders why they pay the police force, prompting Gordon to snap that this is all his and Veronica's fault. Thank you, Gordon. Suddenly, a ransom note is sent to them. It is $1 million, and Pierce has to deliver it himself. The police escort him to the drop-off point, but the Penguin expected this and calls him on a payphone, instructing him to get him to a new location. When Pierce follows these instructions, he falls into the sewers where a duck boat is waiting for him.
The classic duck boat.
Yeah, man. I have a friend who takes bubble baths.
Okay, go on.
And
Yeah.
I asked him, like, do you have a rubber ducky? And he said no. So I thought that was a classic case of, like, you have a rubber ducky and candles around. But he told me no, he just sits in the water. So I thought that was strange. It has nothing to do with Batman. I just realized that now.
We're just gonna let that go by. We're just gonna
Yes.
let that anecdote go.
I feel like Daniel's mad right now.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
Because Daniel was that friend, and
Yes.
he told Abrar that in confidence.
he told me in private. He said, "Do not tell anyone." But I told it.
He
I
said,
told the
"I
story.
can't afford rubber duckies because of the tariffs."
Mhm. The rubber come from Mexico.
Oh man, they cost a lot now.
Yep.
Not the big one, but the small ones. They small packaging.
Abrar, please, we have 3 more episodes.
Oh, sorry. The boat takes Pierce to the opera house, where he's chained to a platform and Veronica is tied to a chandelier. Sia. Penguin takes the money and Veronica offers him more if he'll let her go. Penguin fiercely refuses, saying that all he really wanted was a little friendship, and now he has to pay for using him. Finding a bad tracer in the money, Penguin prepares to cut the rope holding the chandelier Veronica is chained to, which will kill both her and Pierce. I don't care if Pierce dies. Let him die. Veronica insists that she's really growing fond of Penguin, and she still really wants to be his friend, but Penguin refuses to believe her. But Batman arrives and stops him from killing Veronica. A fire ensures that Penguin jumps onto a fire-breathing dragon prop and sets the opera house ablaze. The rope holding the chandelier catches fire and it falls, but Batman manages to save her and Pierce. Unfortunately, Penguin tries to continue the fight, but Batman stops him. Later, the police arrives and take Penguin into custody again. Veronica once again repeats to Penguin that she's really getting fond of him, but he coldly rebuffs her, and the police don't blame him. And that's the end of the episode. Do you guys still believe in Veronica at the end?
I believe she has remorse for how she was treating this gross little monster man, but it is too late. You're a bad person.
Big bad person. But are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down for this episode?
You know what? I take back the bad person thing. Like, people can change. People can learn lessons and grow. That's allowed. It is a thing that's happens. True. I give it a thumbs up. I think they do some interesting things with the idea of wanting to, reform, like wanting to be rehabilitated out of prison, but then he wasn't meant to be. Also, he's flying around on a little dragon with a little Viking helmet on. That's a thumbs up already.
What about you, Ray?
I would give it a thumbs up. This follows through with like a pretty consistent theme with Batman, where it only takes like one bad day for something bad to happen, and this one's a good lesson into maybe be wary of people, but also give them a chance. I would give it a thumbs up. Also, because this is just what I do, I guess. I googled it. Veronica Vierlin has appeared twice in the comics.
Oh.
But she didn't make her debut until 2018.
Whoa.
So she was an original to this.
Was that
okay?
Was that like a comic tie-in to this show, like a Paul Dini run comic story or something? Maybe.
She first appeared in the one-off DC's Beach Blanket Bad Guy Summer Special.
The hell?
Oh, are we doing like an anime beach story arc? Everyone gets bikinis and we go to the beach?
It was a one shot looking at it here, and it was just like an assortment of just like stories with villains and whatnot. And so it seems like it is a callback to this episode.
That's fun.
In a sense, because it is the Penguin story that she's in.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, that's cool.
And then she was also in the White Knight, Batman White Knight book. Briefly.
So the answer to your question, Abrar, is no, but also yes.
Yeah. Hey, interesting. What about you, Daniel? Do you hate this episode?
I don't hate it, but I don't think I really liked it either. Because I don't know. It's not terrible or anything, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't buy into the fact that Penguin would have changed. Like, and then we touched on it a little bit. It's just like he flipped back so easily and switched immediately to like not just like being angry, but like straight to murder and kidnapping.
Well, I think
it's like if she had actually fallen in love with him, the only thing that would have happened is that he would have killed her.
Yeah.
He would have murdered her.
That's an interesting part of it. I mean, you're allowed to not buy it. That's totally fine. But I think it's kind of like part of it that he thinks he can reform. He can't. He doesn't stand a chance. But he thinks he can. He just happens to be flat out wrong, and that's why he immediately flips the switch.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give this one a thumbs down, but I don't not like a strong thumbs down. Just like if I have to categorize the good and the bad, like this, I wouldn't put this in like my collection of good episodes that I would want to show somebody. So
Interesting. Oh, I'm giving this a thumbs up. It just reminds me of like a classic monster tale, where everyone thinks this monster is ugly. Oh, was it Hunchback of Notre Dame? It's like pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like this type of story. But I liked
Quasimodo
it.
was a good guy.
That's
Was
true.
he?
You've never seen Hunchback?
I seen half of it. I only saw
Half
the
of
part.
Well, which half?
Like first 10 minutes.
First 10 minutes, that's not half.
First of all, that's
No.
not half. The music in that movie is amazing.
I'll watch it. You can watch on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
It is
sure.
a Disney movie, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that, but I'm also giving a thumbs up here. Interesting fact for this episode. This was the final story of Chuck Minville had written for television. The episode aired a year after his death. He is known for The Real Ghostbusters, The Smurfs, Star Trek, the animated series, and Tiny Toons Adventures, and many more.
Wow. Chuck McGill.
Chuck Minville.
Chuck McGill.
Not McGill. But yes. And you guys, of course, the Ready Set Replay podcast, you guys are doing the live action, but not the anime series, right?
What? What are you talking about?
of what?
Star Trek.
Oh. We are talking about Star Trek. And don't make us spoil what we're gonna do.
Okay. Well, let's get into the next episode here. Episode 48. What is reality? On recent occasions, several Gotham City citizens have fallen victim to a mysterious computer hacker. What's more, a strange riddle is left at every scene. First, a late-night jogger tries to make a withdrawal from an ATM, only to have his account wiped clean to his anger with a message coming up saying, "Where does a 500-pound gorilla sleep?" Later, the stuff. Yeah.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
without getting too like graphic or dark, like if I go to my ATM and all my money just disappears, that's it. I'm pulling the plug. It's over.
Yeah, but you do say that for like most inconveniences.
Losing all of your money is an inconvenience? That's the end.
I'm not saying that that's not a big deal. What I'm saying is that you also say, I'd rather pull the plug than see the Minecraft movie.
I think those two are about the same level of pain.
Is anybody gonna watch the Minecraft movie by any chance?
No, we're not doing this. Go back to the episode.
Well, later, the stock market electronic stock ticker is hijacked, displaying the question: what's worse than a millipede with flat feet?
Millipede.
Excuse me, millipede. I'm sorry, I have the snuffles. Finally, the Department of Motor Vehicles is attacked with its computers displaying riddle: how do you fit 5 elephants into a compact car? Man, I would say these riddles are a head scratcher. Under pressure from the press, Batman Commissioner Gordon thinks that the Riddler is behind this. No shit. And discovers that Edward Nigma is erasing all the personal records from existence. Just then, Gordon gets a message that a crate with a question mark painted on it has been delivered to the department and is ticking. That's not good. Meanwhile,
I want to talk to the USPS guy that delivered that.
I bet he's smiling because he knows what's up.
I messaged a friend of ours who does work in mail delivery, and I said, your boss says, hey, we got this big package. It's got to be dropped off at the police station. And then you go to it. And first of all, this thing is huge. But second of all, it is like audibly ticking. I'm like, do you deliver it? And he's like, no, I would not deliver it.
No, that's scary. Do we know this friend? I don't think I know this mailman.
You know this friend.
Okay. I don't know he's a mailman. Oh, woman.
Well, he is.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, the police records room is evacuated, but the guards turn out to be the Riddler's men, and they're stealing the hard copy stored there of Edward Nygma's police file. Batman, Gordon, and Robin go to investigate the crate, discover that it's a variation of a Chinese box puzzle. Robin claims he
Why'd
can
you laugh?
open-
Why'd you laugh just there? What was funny?
I remember the last time we talked about the Riddler, and we talked about the Chinese finger trap.
Yeah.
If you guys remember the last episode, where the Riddler, we were crazy at that episode.
Speaking French.
Yes. Yes.
Go on. Let's talk about the episode.
I cannot talk about the finger trap here. Robin claims that he opened it as he had once solved the Boxer's box puzzle in 37 seconds. And Offside mentions that he had a sledgehammer. All the same, Robin manages to find the secret way to open the crate and finds that it's a giant computer. Robin investigate it while Batman returns to the Batcave. Do you guys know about this Baxter box puzzle? I never heard of it.
No, I don't know what it is, but I believe it's a thing that probably exists because it has a name.
Yeah, maybe like in the old days, like 1800s in England.
Don't worry, Ray's Googling it right now.
This is going to be the thing that Ray
please.
Googles. And we appreciate that.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
I'm on it.
You're on the
bad
back.
because I was right.
You're on the back computer right now, so I appreciate it. Later in the Batcave, Batman and Alfred try to figure out the clues and eventually realize that the clues are in the answers, but the questions themselves. More closely, the numbers in the questions 500, 1,000, 5. Batman then converts the numbers to Roman numerals, getting the letters D, M, and V, indicating that his Department of Motor Vehicles is once again his target. I would say that's pretty slick of the Riddler here. I liked it. Batman arrives at the DMV to find the Riddler's men taking Enigma's driver records, but isn't able to stop them. When Batman tries to pursue, the Riddler attacks with a robot-controlled van filled with nitro. Batman manages to invade the van, but the fire caused by the explosion takes up his time as he leaves it out. When was the last time you guys were at the DMV?
I have not been to the DMV for a while, and I'm wondering if there's a reason coming up why I should go.
I mean, you're going to have to renew your license.
You would think so, but they keep letting me do it through the mail, which means that my picture on my license is very, very old.
Yeah. Well, you can only do it through the mail every other time. So this most recent time, like last year, I had to go to the place in person. So you'll probably have to go the next time.
Yeah, don't you guys have to get the real ID, the star on your driver license?
What does that mean? I have a real ID. It's just old.
No, but like it needs to have a star on it because they have like this new protocol. But you have to get it by May. It's called Real ID.
This is a real thing.
He's
not making this up.
No,
this
is
real.
real. It's real. I will show you my driver license, but I can't.
Yeah, no, do it right now.
No, I can't. No, it's real, man. Get it soon.
No, I don't need it.
Oh, okay. You can't travel to medieval times.
I already did that.
Oh, that's true. While this is happening, Robin is at the police headquarters examining the computer left there. He explored that the mainframe and finds it's exactly constructed virtual reality simulator. He invites Gordon to try it and shows him the program that Gordon claims even feels real. Man, this show is ahead of its time. We have VR in a 1992 cartoon show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I don't know what you wanted us to say there.
I like that you staunchly just refused to speak until somebody agreed with you.
Somebody, come on. Do you have an answer, Ray, about the box?
The only thing I can find is that it's just an homage to a Rubik's cube. That's it. It's not a real thing.
Cool.
Oh, damn. Oh well, these writers are pretty good. It made me think it's real. Robin leaves Gordon to get a snack and immediately discovers that the door has been locked. Riddler then takes control of the program and kidnaps Gordon by trapping his mind in the virtual reality program. Robin breaks down the door and then re-enters the room, only to find Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon is hooked up to the VR system and isn't able to respond to outside his stimuli. Robin reaches for Commissioner's VR set, but he receives an electric shock, rendering him unconscious. Man, Gordon is going through it. For an old man, he's not doing well. Meanwhile, Batman puts out a fire and Riddler contacts him on a payphone, leaving him a riddle. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no tales. The phone then drops out 4 quarters and a penny. A penny is made of copper, and copper is another word for police. Is that true? Oh, copper. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right, no.
I got it. Then the no tails meant no tails on the quarters, thereby leaving him only headquarters. Batman realizes Riddler is directing him to the police headquarters. Also, since 4 quarters and a penny makes 101 cents or $1.01, Batman realizes he meant to go to room 101. When you guys solve riddles, you guys think out loud when you're brainstorming?
I'm not
Yeah.
Batman. I don't solve riddles.
I don't know how to answer that question, so I'm not
do you
going
just-
to.
What about you, Daniel? Do you just speak out loud when you're trying to solve riddles?
No.
Yeah. I guess I'm the only one.
How often are you solving riddles?
There's I got an email, like those emails, like a riddle a day or like a word puzzle. I get those
okay.
emails.
I also get those spam emails, and I just report them as spam and move on.
You're clicking on those?
I'm not clicking on them. I'm just reading like the preview.
Oh,
But
okay,
I'm
so, like,
putting
the
on
first,
spam.
the first 5 or 6 words,
Yeah.
and you read that out loud, and you're like, "This is crazy. This is." I
get
don't know
those
what to
emails.
say to you right now.
I also get a joke of the day too. I need to report that spam. Well, when he gets there, he finds trapped Gordon inside the VR world, strapped onto a rapidly spinning swing carousel type ride. The Riddler appears on the computer screen as Robin reawakens. Robin is shocked to see this is as he had previously searched every file on the computer. The Riddler explains that that Robin only searched the software, and that if he had expected the hardware too, he would have discovered a cordless mortem. The Riddler explains that everything has happened in the program will seem so real to Gordon that his body will react as truly happened, meaning that Commissioner Gordon is in danger of a heart attack.
Commissioner Gordon is always in danger of a heart attack.
Yeah, he is old. He's up there.
He's also a chain smoker.
Yeah.
And does he smoke in the show?
Well, this is a kid's
Probably
cartoon,
not in the show.
so. But you can assume.
I always feel like he smokes, but we don't see it.
Yes,
Well,
because he's a
move
good
over.
role model.
Oh yes, for us. We'll move over. Simply shutting off the program completely would be like hitting a brick wall at 400 miles an hour.
you ever
After-
done that?
You know, I want to try. I want to try now. After giving Robin a microphone so that they could still talk to one another, Batman goes inside the machine to save Gordon. Look, this VR set is all red. Usually the Riddler is green, so it's kind of weird to see this aspect of this part of the episode. But it reminds me of there's a trailer that just dropped. Tron Ares just dropped, and it kind of reminded me of that.
I didn't watch that trailer.
Yeah, not supporting that.
She hates Ares.
No, I hate Jared Leto.
It's her least favorite god.
That's not true. She loves Edge.
Nah,
It's
Oh,
true.
if you know me,
Hope.
that's his government name.
I will say the trailer is interesting. I'll say, Batman finds himself in a endless hall of doors, and Riddler tells him to find the door that leads to a plane where kings and queens contend. Batman opens the door at a random door and finds 3 question marks that starts firing exploding dots at him, like bullets or cannonballs. Evading them, Batman opens a door.
Was that in
marked-
your notes, or did you just ad lib that?
That was in the notes. Cannonballs.
Okay.
Is it because I said it slow? That's why you guys.
Yeah, there was a pause, and it made me consider like, oh, he's going off script. But no, you got it all written down there.
You know when I go off script.
Yeah,
When I said chandelier, I said Sia, because she
Yeah,
made the
you-
song.
you would have said like, do you think these question marks look like penises? And we'd be like,
What?
yes, Abrar, and then we continue.
No, I would never say that.
You would never say that.
I would never
What are
say
you
that.
talking about?
No,
sorry, pardon me.
Oh,
my God.
That was
You know
before
what?
we started recording, and
Oh,
it was
that-
Ray who said it.
I said nothing. Anyways, so the cannonballs, the question marks. Go on, Abrar. Read
Yes.
your-
Thank you. I need to edit that out.
Yeah,
Rating
no,
them.
just bleep it. Just bleep it.
I have to edit now.
For what,
You
3 solid minutes?
yes.
No.
You're giving me
Oh
work
my-
to now. You give me work to edit
Trying
these.
so hard not to
I
interrupt.
bet you're
and
not
you guys
gonna.
are
I bet you're not
still
gonna
doing
censor anything.
I'm gonna edit this time. Don't worry.
You're not
I'm
gonna
gonna.
censor a single thing.
I will.
The riddles.
Cannonballs. Evading them, Batman opens a door marked "Crazy Intent," which also means locomotive. The door releases a train that
That's funny.
smashes. The question marks, and Batman moves on. Robin finally realizes that the riddle refers to a chessboard. Upon finding a door marked 4096, which is 64 squared, upon on there being 64 on his chessboard, Batman enters. I probably won't get this then. Batman's pretty smart.
Yeah, you just have to know a lot of stuff off the top of your head.
Yeah, that's Batman. Batman finds himself on a virtual chessboard, surrounded by giant chess pieces, like Harry Potter. Riddler tells Batman that only Batman can only put the king in check, and that he has to move according to the rules, or it's the end of the day. The pieces attack Batman, and he runs. The floor tiles break beneath him, realizing that Batman is the Dark Knight. Robin realizes that Batman must move like a knight and put the White King in check. Perfect. Moving incorrectly would mean end of the day, nightfall, or appropriately nightfall. Batman does so, creating a nightfall, and is knighted by the king. This scene was like at least 1 minute long, and it's moving. Yeah.
But,
I agree.
Suddenly, Batman finds himself riding a Pegasus in a starry sky, realizing that Pegasus is also the name of a constellation. Batman has Robin guided him to the proper constellation, while the signs of Orion and Taurus attack him. Is that true, Ray? Is that true that the sign of Orion is a constellation of Pegasus?
What?
Orion is a hunter.
Orion's the guy.
Oh, right. Excuse me.
Pegasuses can't wear belts.
Where would you put it?
Pegasi.
I mean, technically, horses do have a belt.
Okay.
What do you mean?
We've been patient enough with you, Ray, on this episode. We're not talking about horses. We're talking about mythical beasts.
The saddle, there's a belt. So it doesn't,
Okay.
Oh.
We're done.
Well, that's only if
done.
you use a saddle. If you're riding bareback, there's no belt.
I'm
For
done.
viewers at home, Ray revealed that she was a horse girl as a child the other day,
I took
and she
lessons. I wasn't a horse girl.
and she hasn't let it go since.
I've let it go.
I know a guy who's allergic to horses. So shout out to you, Ray.
Thanks.
Oh, well, finally, having made his way through the virtual landscape, Batman finds Gordon inside the boxer's puzzle box. Robin is confident that he can help Batman open it less than a minute that they're given. However, Riddler cuts off the feed, so Batman has to work on his own time. Batman, remembering Robin's previous comment that the Baxter box taking advantage of the world's VR aspect, and morphs his hands onto sledgehammers, trying to break the box apart. However,
that's how VR works.
In 1992, that's what they thought. However, the Riddler then enters the virtual landscape and stops Batman by putting the box back together. Batman retaliates by duplicating himself and continuing his work. Riddler duplicates himself as well in greater numbers. And then Batman does so. However, he falls into Batman's trap. Batman reminds Riddler that now he has his consciousness ultimately spread across 32 bodies. He is no longer has the concentration to keep his world together, and it begins to collapse.
Oh, now he's collapsing
Wow.
too.
Thank you. After Gordon and Batman escapes, Riddler gives one last riddle. If the planet were equitable, I'll still have my old job. However, he starts screaming in his VR headset, virtual reality frying his mind. And that's it for the episode there. Guys, are we giving this a thumbs down or a thumbs up?
Well, I don't think it's as good as the last Riddler episode.
Yeah.
What?
No, I thought there's more.
Oh, please continue then.
Excuse me. Batman realizes that Riddler left a clue to where he is at the Gotham's World Fair exhibit. Robin also figures that by saying, if the World's Fair, I'll still have my exposition. World's Fair exposition. Batman and Robin and Gordon arrives at the closed Gotham World's Fair where they can find the Riddler, who unfortunately did not escape in time when the virtual landscape collapsed. As a result, he was trapped in the simulation, and there's no way out to get him out. Now that's the end of the episode.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't think this is as good as the last Riddler episode.
Yeah.
It kind of does. It tries to do a lot of the same stuff, but they're like, we can't have Riddler have another theme park, so put him in a computer, and then Robin is always the one to be. He's the hip kid that has to know how computers work.
Yeah.
So that's why Robin's here. But listen, in the same way where Daniel was saying, like, he gave a weak thumbs down to the last one, I'm gonna give this one a weaker thumbs up. Like, I don't think it's bad. Fine.
I think it's too much.
Too much.
Yeah, like when it comes to like the Riddler's riddles or like the VR set, I'm like, I was kind of tuned off of it a little bit.
Well, you're overstimulated with all the riddles you have in your email, so you're not doing these riddles.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
No, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. I'm just saying I don't feel anger towards this episode, so I'm not giving it a thumbs down.
No, I have to. Before I give my rating, I have to think about you guys. What about you, Ray? Are you giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Well, as said earlier, this recording was pushed back a week.
Yeah.
And I guess technically it's a good thing it did, because the first time I watched this, I fell asleep.
Oh.
I didn't truly fall asleep. I dozed off during it. And then because everything was pushed back, I rewatched the episodes so I could remember what happened. And while researching the whole box situation, I did come across Bruce Timm himself didn't like the virtuality concept for this episode.
Yeah,
and I don't blame him.
Reality is never. It's always kind of lame.
Yeah. So no, I don't like this episode. It just doesn't click for me. It's just let's do it again. Not as good. It gets a thumbs down for me.
Yeah, it's like Dumber and Dumber, and then the sequel. You don't want to watch the sequel; just watch the original.
What about the prequel?
There's a
When Harry
prequel.
met Lloyd. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a prequel.
Well, it came out way before the. You know what? Can't you just say like that, and then we move on?
Yeah. What about you, Daniel?
I'm with Ray. I think this is a thumbs down. I don't think it's like terrible, but it's just like it's we're doing the same thing again, but worse. And it's also just kind of like I don't know. It's weird to me watching from 2025 that like the reason that Gordon got stuck in the thing is because Robin didn't know that Wi-Fi existed. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. It just doesn't hold up super well. There's some cool stuff in it. Like, I like the visuals of the VR world. Like, that's super cool. But it's also like, I don't know. It's just it's another one that like if I was gonna go back and rewatch on my own time, and this one came up, I'd probably just skip it.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a thumbs down too. As you said, there are cool stuff in it, but I wasn't feeling it. I like the last Riddler episode, his debut, but not this one.
Sorry,
exactly. That's exactly what this episode was, or at least for Ray.
I did fall asleep.
You did fall asleep. Well, I do have an interesting fact for this episode. The idea, the Riddler leaving behind a numeric pattern hidden in the questions of past riddles, was later used in the 1995 film Batman Forever.
Oh, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. So I brought it back. Back to Val Kilmer, man. All right. Now, this is my favorite episode out of these. It is episode 49, I Am the Night. On the anniversary of the death of his parents, Batman sits in the Batcave tired. Alfred points out that he hasn't eaten or slept for a while, but Batman says the problem isn't his body, but his spirit. He checks the newspaper and discovers that the Penguin's conviction was overturned due to technicality. Thank you. Saying this only makes Batman wonder if he really doing any good. Alfred assures him that he is, but Batman claims that despite what he's done, the war against crime continues. Alfred gives Batman a package and sadly watches as he leaves. This is the episode I was waiting for. I was like, where is that Spider-Man 2 The Dark Knight Rises storyline? It is right here. It is this episode right here. Where the hero is done playing hero. I think that's my favorite storyline in superhero in general. And it's this episode.
It's one of the most human ways to portray a hero, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine, did Iron Man do that? No. Anyways, meanwhile, a young boy asks a couple people for some bus fare, which he receives. Taking the money, he
Not just any young boy. That was Seth Green.
was that Seth Green? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, Seth Green. I'll call him Seth Green then.
Sure.
Taking the money, Seth Green happily walks away, claiming it works every time. As he walks along, he sees a child wearing a Batman costume.
Can I just say, it works every time. Asking people for money. First of all, I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure there are people that walk by and say, "Get a job, kid." But like it was a master plan. I really got him. Please give me money.
I'm trying to get back home. I need money for bus fare. Yeah. What a scam.
A huge bus scam. Yeah, so he saw the kid wearing a Batman costume and he laughs. He said to this boy, Batman's a joke. So, Batman has merch.
Well, no. Batman doesn't have merch. That is not regulated. That is
Okay.
unofficial.
Oh, damn. Well, someone's getting the money. Is that Batman? Out in Crime Alley, Leslie Tompkins, Ray, your favorite, accompanies Batman to place
That's true.
roses. Yes.
Ray, is that true?
Yeah, I love Leslie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Come
Sometimes
on,
Abrar
man.
just says shit, so we got to check.
I don't say shit.
I assumed Harley was
Hey.
your favorite because she called in to talk to you.
Not
did
not that Harley.
What do you mean? There's only
Hashtag not my Harley.
one Harley.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'll get a Leslie Tompkins on the show. Who knows?
Oh, who?
Leslie Tompkins.
Okay, there you go.
Marina Bakarin played her in Gotham.
Yes, I might get
So-
her.
Please. don't.
Oh, you don't like her?
One, I haven't seen the show. And two, I don't need you to get me things. And three, let's get back to the episode.
All right.
Number
Well,
one, I don't know that bitch. Number two, you're a bitch. Number three, let's move.
All right.
That's
Hey,
why,
this is
see, Abrar, you know what Ray just did?
Yeah.
She stood on business, and I respect her for it.
Oh yes. You know
Can
we
we get back to the business side?
first of all, Skyler and I, maybe Daniel, we love when women stand on business, like Katara and
Right.
Avatar, Last Airbender.
That's right.
Who
For
else?
sure.
Who else? There's someone
Oh
else.
my gosh.
Yeah. I think
Tara.
we should spend the next 10 to 15 minutes talking about the validity and power of strong women
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
instead of doing what Ray wants. I fully am on board with that.
Yeah.
Daniel, you just want to make yourself my arch enemy, don't you?
I feel like I'm already there
See, and I'm constantly trying to pull myself out of that position.
and making it worse.
Well, no, I mean, it's just trying to. Ray, I'll be your friend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, Leslie Tompkins accompanies Batman to place roses on the spot where his parents were gunned down. Batman tells her that he keeps wondering if it should be the last time. Leslie tries to reassure him that he's doing the right thing, but Batman still argues against it. Meanwhile, the boy Wizard is assaulted by a couple of thugs that demand payment for allowing him to work the corner. Wizard claims.
Wizard
excuse
is
me.
Seth Green, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Is that okay? Seth Wizard claims that he doesn't
Wizard.
have the money, so the thugs prepare to kill him. Who's gonna make a robot chicken? Batman stops them with ease, but Seth Green is ungrateful, and one of the thugs falls on the roses left in memory of Bruce's parents. Angered, Batman takes Wizard and hands him over to Leslie to take him into the Mitchell Street mission. Unfortunately, the fight makes Batman late for the police raid that turned out to be a setup, and in the battle that takes place, Commissioner Gordon is severely wounded by the mob boss Jimmy the Jazzman Peak. Although Batman apprehends him, the damage has been done. Gordon's life hangs by a thread. Is Jazzman in the comics? I never heard of him.
Ray, Google it.
You have more of a name than just Jazzman?
Jimmy the Jazzman Peak. Peake. Gordon then is taken to the hospital, and Batman visits him, feeling guilty over his failure to make it to the crime scene first. Barbara Gordon stands on business. Thank you. Doesn't blame Batman for her father's condition, but Bullock does.
For who?
Bullock.
No. Before that.
For his Faja. I love conditions. But Harvey Bullock does. Sadly, Batman decides that Bullock's words are the ones he should be listening to. Returns to the Batcave, Batman destroys his forensic equipment and screams in despair. The scene is crazy. But emotional scene here. What do you guys think?
This scene is crazy and an emotional scene.
Yeah, I don't know. We never seen Bruce Wayne like this ever.
No, he's really going through it in this one.
There, previous episodes, we've seen him, like sometime in defeat, but this is like he's done. He's pretty much done with it. Love it.
You love to see a man at his lowest point.
That's where character develops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Jazzman is original for the show. The only comics he has ever appeared in is the continuation of the show.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
While Batman is hollowing in his self-pity, Jazzman is sent to Stonegate Penitentiary until his case can go to trial. Jazzman is not happy at all about this and knows that there's more than enough evidence against him to place him on death row. A Funky of his tales tells him that. Does it say Funky? Funky of his tales tells him that there's a way out of prison and Gotham. But first, Jazzman wants revenge on Gordon, the man who caught him once before. Worried about Bruce, who has been moping around these past 3 days, Alfred calls Dick Grayson to try to comfort him. Dick tries to talk to Batman, but in despair to Gray since he has been... Sorry, in his despair too great since he has been come to see Gordon as much more as a friend. Possibly a surrogate father figure. Faja figure. Batman wonders about whom else he will be a victim of his failures. As far as Batman's concerned, if he dies, there's no regret of someone else who else dies as a result of his actions. It's unforgivable. What's worse is that has become a little bit more than a marketing item for the tourist trade. Caught up in his despair, Batman takes off his mask and throws it into the Bat cave trash can. Did he throw it in the trash can? No, he just threw it on the floor.
Trash can.
I think he did. Deciding that he might be quitting. This scene here, man, I stood up and clapped. With both hands.
How else would you clap? How else would you clap?
You don't want to know. But this is the character development I wanted from Batman. And this is again, I said this is the episode. Things take a turn for the worse when the Jazzman escapes from the Stone Gate through the sewers and heads for the hospital to finish Gordon. Learning that the Jazzman has escaped, Dirk goes to see Barbara and her Faja. Barbara is worried about Dick and insists that only Batman can save Gordon. However, when he tells Bruce about it, Bruce refuses to even respond. Dick is fed up with his pleas failing on deaf ears, suits up as Robin to hunt down the Jazzman. Batman, however, comes into the senses in the last minute and realizing that in just much danger his friend is already in and stops Robin to determine that he'll go to get Jazzman himself. He dressed up as Batman to stop Robin within 5 seconds. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It was really quick.
You got to be fast in this business.
He was wearing regular clothes.
He's ready to go.
All right.
Always ready.
Always.
Even when you're refusing to go because you're horrifically depressed.
A lot of courage, man. A lot of courage. I don't think I have that courage. Maybe I will learn it from him.
You definitely don't have that courage.
No. I'm sure Daniel has it.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Good. The jazz man arrives at the hospital with a gun and knocks a window cleaner out to steal his platform. He raises it until he is level with the window of the Gordon's room and prepares to finish the sleeping commissioner off with another gunshot. Is this the end of Gordon?
Yep. This is the last episode he's in.
Fortunately, Batman arrives just
Did you
in
say
time.
Unfortunately?
I said fortunately. Fortunately. You guys heard me. Fortunately.
No, it sounded like you said unfortunately.
Maybe my mic cut off. Oh.
Yeah, I think it might have. It cut off the un.
Fortunately, Batman arrives just in time and a violent fight ensues. Bullock notices the fight above him and rushes to the hospital. Batman throws the jazz man through the window and into the hospital room, and where he pushes Barbara and the security guard aside and raises his gun once more. Barbara shields her Faja with her own body. She's standing on business, as we say. But Batman throws a batarang directly to the gun just as the Jazzman fires, causing the bullet to backfire and destroys the gun, injuring Jazzman's hand. Bullock bursts in with more guards, and the Jazzman is recaptured just as Gordon wakes up. Much to Batman, Barbara, and Bullock relief, Gordon tells Batman that he had to keep fighting and not to give up like John Cena. Oh, not like John Cena. Never mind. He gave up.
Oh, yeah.
He gave up. He tells Batman that he wants to be like him, a hero. Batman tells him that he is a hero and leaves with a new spirit. On the way home, Batman bumps into our Seth Green again, only to learn that this time he has been reformed and is now heading back home. Mostly because of what Batman did for him. And he thanks that the Dark Knight warmly. Realizing how much good he has truly done, he can still do it. Batman overlooks the city as he vowed to protect his newfound sense of purpose. Our Batman has found his purpose again.
Sorry, it was the way you said it.
What?
You're like, hell yeah, I love people with sense of purpose. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
We do.
man.
We do.
Come on,
Bring it
man.
on, sense
We
of
like-
purpose.
We like to see a king thriving with purpose.
Yes, man.
Raise the roof for the sense of purpose.
Please. That was the episode of I Am the Knight. Are we giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Thumbs up. Very good episode. I like it a lot. It was really good. I like how, I mean, it is basically what you said, where it's like, it's good to see our heroes at the lowest, but it's also like, it's good to see like his work paying off in the form of Seth Green as the pinball wizard, of like him just having a normal conversation with somebody and being like, hey man, like, stop.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's more complicated than that, obviously, but you know, just the fact that like actually being able to sort of reform some people, even though it is like the lowest common denominator, just some dude, not like, you know, Killer Croc or the Penguin or something. Like, you know, it's good that it gave him a new sense of purpose. It gave him the sort of shot in the arm to be Batman.
We saw him at his lowest, but we saw him pull himself out from his lowest, and and with support from side characters. Robin was talking to him. Alfred was pulling for him. We see
Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara. We see Gordon get shot. That's like really dramatic. We
Big.
get the payoff of like, oh, that ungrateful kid. But then like, no, he actually did take it to heart, and then he's gonna turn. Leslie put in some work off screen with that. She smacked him around and said, "Don't be stupid." Yeah, no, everything about this episode works. Everything.
What about you, Ray?
Yeah, I like this episode. It's pretty good. Can't hate an episode with Leslie Tompkins in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I kind of wish, and like, this is like dumb, so like not actually, but like,
You
so
wish there were more
obviously-
horses in the episode?
No, shut up. So Robin goes off and be like, "Hey, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it." And then like Batman, like that's the kick in the butt he needs. Is like, "No, this is my thing. I'll do it. I'll finish it." And it's like, "Hey, Batman, remember when Robin wanted to go after Tony Zuko, and you're like, no, you can't do this." It just should have been like.
It's not about that. He refuses to be outshined by Robin.
Oh, for sure. But no, I do like it. Also, it confirms that a year has passed because we know he goes to Crime Alley every year on the anniversary of his parents' death, and we've already seen that once in the show.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, it's a thumbs up.
Yeah, man, it's a thumbs up. Everyone needs a foundation for a person, and Batman has that. But yeah, it's one of the great episodes of Batman in the animated series. I would say top 3, in my opinion.
Oh, what are the other 3?
Oh,
other 2.
Let's finish. We got to finish the series. So I'll let you know.
All right.
Interesting fact for this episode: at the 18th minute of the DVD, the police radio says, "Attention, all cars. Suspect sighted at corner of Adam and O'Neill. Fans of Batman comics will recognize the names of the creative team of the artists Neil Adam and Denny O'Neill, who got the Batman character back into the darker roots in the early 1970s.
Street names are always comic artists and writers. Every time.
I don't even think this isn't even the first time that it's O'Neill and Adams.
A lot of crime happens on that street.
Well, great episode there. Let's get into our last episode for the week. It is episode 50. I don't know if you guys are in balance, but this is called Off Balance. Batman meets one of his underworld informants, Twitch, at top of Gotham's Statue of Freedom. Twitch says...
Isn't Twitch the name of that kid from Hulls?
You talking about the white kid?
Yeah, the little white kid that comes in after Zero runs away, and he's like,
it is.
His name is Twitch. Yeah. Okay. Where's Zero, man? Where is he?
He's out in the desert.
Oh damn! You gotta help him out.
He's eating sploosh.
Oh, sploosh. Twitch says he's been running errands or getting splooshes for a mysterious organization, the Society of Shadows. He mentions that they're planning a heist of the high-tech weapon, and their leader goes by the name of Vertigo. Do you guys like the name, or do you guys like? Okay, let me rephrase.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like Twitch as a human being?
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask about Count Vertigo, who's usually a Green Arrow villain.
Or a Black Canary villain.
Or a Black Canary villain, yes. They go hand in hand.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're together.
But do we like Twitch as a human being?
I don't know the guy.
No, he's a cartoon.
Yeah, he's a cartoon. And I think he dies.
Oh.
They throw him off the Statue of Liberty.
Well, let's get into that. Just then, 2 agents of the society appear and attack, and the fight. Twitch is thrown off the statue's head into the sea. Although he appears to survive. Batman overcomes the two agents, but before he can interrogate them, they release gas to canisters in their mask, sending them both into a sleepy state, I guess.
Mm.
I will say these agents remind me of those Mad Max guys who spray paints or the white guys in Mad Max universe. They kind of look like that.
War
The War
Boys? Why?
Yes, them. I think it's because they're trying to like kill themselves with gas.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought. Well, Batman appears at the firing range at the Gotham Police headquarters, whereas Gordon is practicing alone. Batman,
You left out that somebody was watching from afar.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
A mysterious woman.
A
And
very.
there's many jokes. There's many jokes of who we could say it could be.
What do you guys think it is?
Everyone think in your mind who you think it is. That's not the real answer. Wrong answers only, as the kids say. All right, who was it? I'm gonna say Carmen Sandiego.
Oh,
That's who.
That's
I
a good
was
one.
thinking.
Is
That
it
was
really?
good.
I thought you were gonna say Black Widow.
No, I was. Well, I saw a Carmen Sandiego doll at Walmart today, so
They still sell those?
there's
She's popular.
There's new content.
That's what a time to be alive.
I think on YouTube. Batman relates the night events, but then guesses the target of the planned heist is Wayne Enterprise. New ultrasonic drill being delivered that night by train. In that scene where, yes, good song. The scene where Gordon is practicing at the gun range, I felt like he was gonna shoot Batman by accident, but he kind of came out of nowhere, right behind him. What if he's like, "Oh my god," he shoots Batman?
Gordon's used to it. Batman's always popping out of nowhere on Gordon. Now Bullock would have shot.
Oh, no hesitation.
Bullock would have known and shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man. Well, at the rail station, when the drill is unloaded, Lucius Fox and the entire security detail are disabled by waves of vertigo, caused by waves emitted by an eye patch worn by Vertigo himself. As his men take the drill, Batman appears and tries to intervene, but is likewise disoriented by the vertical effect. Vertigo is about to attack, but a dart is fired before him. He turns and sees a mysterious woman aiming another shot at him and flees with the drill. This is the first time we see the character of Vertigo. What do you guys think about this character here?
I'm not gonna go first on this one.
Okay, Daniel, what about you?
I don't like him.
Why?
Fine. I mean,
Oh.
he's fine in the show. I just don't like Vertigo as a villain. I think he's like generally pretty lame.
You don't like his yellow eye patch?
Nah, man, he has all the same powers as an inner ear infection. He's just not that impressive to me.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
What about you, Ray?
I mean, I think it's just funny that a Green Arrow or Black Canary villain is here in a Batman show when later, when Arrow comes out, it's stealing a lot of Batman stuff.
Oh, specifically the League of Assassins, which is in this episode.
Interesting.
That's-
Oh. What about you, Skyler? Do you like this Vertigo guy?
Well, he's kind of just like a stepping stone villain right now. Obviously, we're building to a much bigger guy that's going to do more important stuff, one would assume. And he's he's got his power, he's got his gimmick, he's doing his thing. I think when you stack him up against Green Arrow, who has to aim a bow and arrow, Vertigo seems to like make, because it essentially takes his power away. And we see there's some cool cinematography here where like Batman's running and like the camera point of view like spins around. That's kind of fun, but he more or less just tackles the guy, right?
Pretty much. He only has one ability,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Not much of a use for him. But I do like the concept of vertigo. Sometimes
You
we
like
all
him-
get vertigo. Sometimes.
You like him being in the Society of Shadows?
Yeah, I mean, who else should be there, right? Gotta bring vertigo in there. Who else can
I
be
guess
in
that-
the society?
I mean, technically anyone can join. As long as you
Mm,
kill people, they seem to be all right with you.
that's true. That is true. Well, Batman tracks the society to be an abandoned church, right outside of Gotham. While searching the surrounding forest, he runs into a woman who introduced herself as
Carmen Sandiego.
Talia.
Damn it.
Talia. We don't know her last name yet, but it's Talia.
Talia
Then-
Sandiego.
No. Yes. Hey, you love her because you're from San Diego. I got it.
Oh, you got me. That's
Yeah, I got you. Then they are both attacked by the society. Talia proves himself more than capable in combat. Excuse me, snuffles. And they have gained the upper hand when two more agents appear above them and fire the drill at them. The ground crumbles beneath their feet, dropping them into an underground cabin, knocking them unconscious. All right, guys. Now we have the first appearance of Talia. What do you guys think about this lady here?
she's here.
She's attractive, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, she's just like a drawn to be a beautiful woman. She acts all mysterious. She's wearing Black Widow's outfit, more or less. Yeah, I don't know. There's really not a lot to her yet.
Yes, true. That is true.
Like a lot of villains that we see come up, and I know that it's just a thing with Batman's Rogues Gallery. We're like, oh yeah, Riddler, he looks like the definitive Riddler, and Joker's the definitive Joker. Yep, that's definitely Penguin. This is just a lady. So, and it's not until we get the rest of her like story that she becomes more than that. You know what I mean?
That is true. Yes, that is
Like
true.
she's essentially just what was her name? Red Claw right now.
Oh my god! I think
No,
Red
Red-
Claw's the worst villain in
Oh,
the show here.
definitely. No disrespect to Talia.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we need more.
Yeah. Well, what were
Is
you
she-
saying, Daniel?
Did she even say beloved once in this?
I like her. I
No.
think she's cool. I think she's neat. We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here by like grading
Knowing-
her on the
knowing
first
who
2
she
seconds.
is.
Well, we don't know her
of,
last
like,
name. We don't know her
we
last
don't-
name yet.
San Diego.
All
Yeah,
right.
Talia San Diego. Yeah, there's really nothing that she's done at this point where I'd be like, yeah, oh, she's a cool character. But like
Yeah.
throughout the episode, she does neat things. I like that she is capable of getting shit done. She gets a lot closer to achieving her goals in this than any of the people in the I Almost Got Him episode.
Ooh.
She's capable and confident, and we love that in a strong, powerful woman. Also, I think this episode is before, I might be wrong, Ray, hit the whichever search engine is least MAGA for you.
Mhm.
I think this is before we like have Damien. At least when this show was coming out, like I didn't know Damien
Oh,
existed, so
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
his ass existed yet. So I don't even know if they're like
Damien's a Grant Morrison creation. So.
yeah,
is-
so I don't even know if they're like how commonly they're supposed to be like a romantic interest. So this may have been like one of the first places where that like shit, man, I don't know.
I mean, they were.
I know that Raish is like trying to make him the head of the demon or whatever, and apparently part of that is like make out with my daughter.
Yeah.
But other than that,
them having a romance is like from inception of Talia. But
Mm.
yeah, this does predate Damien, but does not predate a baby that they possibly had at one point.
Batman smooches all the ladies. The only lady he doesn't smooch is the one that if you smooch her, you'll die.
Yes. I've
But
been
she
there.
tries. So.
Yep, she almost did. Well, I'll say at this moment, Catwoman has serious competition.
I'll say. Well, yeah, because Catwoman, she almost got him. She was like, "Take off that mask, smoochy
Yeah.
boy," and then Talia took off his dang mask.
Let's get into that right now. They wake up in the cell. Batman finds that Talia has removed his mask to care for his wounds. She explained that Vertigo used to be a servant for her Faja, who sent her to punish him. She proposes a temporary partnership. Now Talia knows Batman's real identity.
I just want to add a quick note, really quick. The Faja bit, it's my
Yeah.
fault because I encourage it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how many times the word father comes up.
Oh.
It doesn't go away.
It doesn't. It does. Well, it also in the Disney rewatches, right? It's all about family. And,
yeah.
yeah. That's all I do here.
Family.
My son. Batman, Craven reference for those who don't know. Batman manages to open their cell door, and they make their way into the main hallway. As soon as they enter, the door seals behind them, and the Vertigo effect hits them. At the other end of the room, Vertigo explains that he's making a departure, but he planted identical devices in the walls, which will continue the effect after he leaves, and thus makes it impossible for them to avoid the room's booby traps. Batman takes Talia's arm and asks her to trust him. They make their way slowly across the room, narrowly avoiding the booby traps across as trapdoors and arrows. With his guidance, when they reach the other end, they pass through the door and a vertical effect stops. When Talia asks how he resisted the effect, Batman says he kept his eyes closed, relying instead on his hearing other than his senses. Batman.
I'd slap the shit out of him. I'd slap the shit out of him. You closed your eyes? Bitch, there were spike traps. You can't hear a spike trap, bro. Like, what are you talking about? If I was Talia, I'd whip his ass.
well, Batman got that eyes closed riz.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Lock him up.
Ray, if someone you trusted did this, what would you do?
Well, what, like close their eyes and led me through a death trap? I mean, if we survived, whatever.
But what if you didn't?
Beat his ass.
I mean, I might have like hit him on the shoulder, but like I'm not gonna be that upset.
What if
it's a reckless thing to do? But
what if you died? What would you do then?
Haunt like everybody.
Not me.
Everybody.
Yeah. Just for fun, you know.
Okay.
Great. Now I have a ghost in the podcast.
Yeah.
Ray's always been a ghost, actually.
Oh, are you a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she's Gengar for Halloween.
If she's a ghost, she wouldn't say boo yet. Oh, she would say boo.
Boo all the time.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. They climb the stairs of the bell tower as Vertigo is carrying the drill to the helicopter on top. Seeing them,
I've seen some bell towers in my day. This tower has so many bells. This is the most bell tower I've ever seen.
Oh man, Taco Bell, man. It's the Taco Bell of bells.
Okay. All right. Sure.
We brought up Quasimodo earlier, and you went for Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
And he orders the Mexican pizza, too.
Okay, let me address this. I love.
It wasn't meant to be a thing.
He activates his vertigo device, throwing them off balance. Hey, that's the name of the episode. Then fires the drill, tearing away the stone steps, unable to stop them from falling. Both Batman and Talia jump forward and grab the bell ropes. The bells issue a thunderous ringing, causing Vertigo to drop the drill and stumble with his hands pressed to his ears. He trembles out of the tower and falling into the nearby river. Vertigo is dumb. Why is he near the bells on top? Is he stupid?
Yes. He's always messing with other people's senses. He didn't think they'd mess with his. It's not fair. It's cheating.
Oh man, come on, man. Batman carries the drill back towards the Batwing, telling Talia that both of their jobs are done. She says not quite and points her gun at him. Very James Bond moment of this scene here. At her order, he hands over the drill, but not before slipping a small device into its barrel. As the helicopter lands to lift Talia off, Batman vows that their business is not yet settled. Batman, he should have known better. What is he doing?
You know what he's doing.
He's thinking another way to riz her, I'll say.
Yeah. Do the Rizzler face. Do it.
Sorry for the audio podcast. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it louder. No, I still didn't hear it.
That was too loud.
Yeah.
As the helicopter flies over the mountains, Talia informs her Faja Viva video phone that she has succeeded. He congratulates her and suggests that she will test the drill. She aims the drill out of the window by a nearby mountain and pulls the trigger. Then the concealed device explodes, causing the weapon to short circuit and overheat, forcing her to drop it. As she rages over the phone, her Faja coolly shuts her off the line, impressed that Batman achieved a victory even in defeat. He also vows that their business with Batman isn't settled. I don't want to talk about Talia's father yet because we don't know his name yet, right? At this point,
Or which way to say it.
Yes, very good, very good. Yes. So when we get into the episode, we will address that issue. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Oh,
really? You guys? Oh, okay.
Oh, no. I didn't give what was the other one everyone hated? I didn't give that a thumbs down. I'm not going to give this a thumbs down necessarily.
VR
tend to find when Batman goes globe trotting, this kind of espionage thing. I don't think it's as interesting as all the other stuff he gets up to. So it's not my favorite. But I mean, I don't know. This episode has Vertigo in it. This episode has Talia in it. Whatever. I'll give it a thumbs up. It's fine.
Okay. What about you, Ray?
This is probably the one I really wish we had the sideways thumb option on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the fact I didn't fall asleep during it, and I do like Talia, I will give it a thumbs up. But as Daniel has said with other episodes, this probably isn't one I would recommend for people to watch again.
Oh.
I mean, it does set up something, so I guess you kind of have to.
No, I don't. Oh, I mean, guess we'll find out when we get to that episode, but I don't. I'm going to assume that you don't have to. I bet you could just jump straight to the episode with whoever her father is, and you wouldn't have missed a beat.
I mean, unless you want a prequel, this would be it.
Yeah.
What about you, Daniel? Do you really hate this episode or hate me in general?
No,
that's a good question. Let's get into that.
No, I don't hate. No, I don't hate either. I think this episode is fine. I like it better than the other two that I gave thumbs down to. So I would actually give this a thumbs up. I think that it's a unique episode so far, where it's it's new characters, it's a new place, we're doing something different. I like the weird tech of it. I think that's interesting. I kind of liked the relationship that we built between Talia and Bruce. I think that was neat. So yeah, I think it's good. It's not necessarily a great one. I'm not gonna put it on a list of oh, you gotta absolutely watch this one. But it's watchable. It's good. It's entertaining.
Yeah, I agree as well. I'll give it a thumbs up. I feel like it delivers expositions of each character, Vertigo and Talia and her Faja later on. I feel like you'll appreciate this episode and the sequel for the next episode. But yeah, I'm giving it a thumbs up. Also, I love we get like 2 new characters. Does Vertigo comes back? I don't think so.
I think he drowned.
At the moment, yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. All right. Well, I do have an interesting fact for this episode. Helen Slater, who plays Talia, previously played Superman's cousin, Kara, aka Supergirl, in Supergirl 1984.
Yeah. Yep.
And will go on to play Kara's adopted mother on Earth in Supergirl in 2015.
Mm-hmm. And a very scary digital ghost of her appears in the Flash movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, that was it for this episode, guys. Next week we'll cover 51 to 55. Until then, where can they find you guys? What about you, Ray? Where can they find you?
I said it last time, and I'll say it this time. Don't find me. I don't want you to find me. You're not gonna find nothing about me.
Right, because you're a ghost.
I'll drop her pin.
Exactly.
Pin.
They know what it means. They'll find her.
If there was anybody in our little group here that was most likely to dox Ray, it would be Daniel.
It's true.
He doesn't even know where I'm from.
I just want to
see. It's interesting. Does he know? Will he refuse to admit? I don't know. We'll never know.
I don't need to know where you're from to know where you are.
Oh, that's a good point as well.
But if you dox me, you dox someone else.
Yeah, but he would think it was funny.
A mere casualty.
Well, what about you, Skyler? Where can they find you in the VR headset?
I'm always glad when you ask me before Daniel because then I let him say most of the stuff. You can follow me at Skyler 8-bit on Blue Sky if you really want to, I guess. But other things about a show that I do with Daniel that he'll tell you more about right now. Go, Daniel, go before Bro asks you anything. Say it.
Yeah, Daniel, where can they find you?
Oh, fuck.
That's right. That's right. I deserve my own ask. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at DanielMCG, or you can follow me and Skyler's podcast, Ready, Set, Replay, on Spotify and YouTube.
Yes, and you guys just released an episode where you guys discuss about 2 Avenger teams. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we draft our Avengers teams for, like, if they were in Battle World for Avengers Doomsday, and my team is better, even though Ray refused to weigh in on it. Because she was better. Like, oh, this person wouldn't fight this person.
His team's not better.
I just agreed with someone else. That's all. Cyclops and Magic would never fight each other, and if you know those characters, you know why.
They're not even from the same universe, these 2 versions, though.
It's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning. We didn't draft our teams to fight each other's team.
No, but mine would still win.
I don't think so.
Well, you guys can follow this podcast on
Follow us on the cough zone, and that's it.
That's pretty much it.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna leave. No, it's over. I'm leaving.
Don't leave. You can follow this on Spotify, Apple, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Brownboywonders podcast. Next time you hear us, we're almost done with this season 1, guys. We have like about 3 more weeks or 3 more episodes of this of season 1. So we're almost done. We're almost halfway, guys. Oh, we're halfway. But yeah. Other than that, Batman.
That is how the theme song goes. Those are the lyrics.
Batman.
That is true. Oh, that might be copyrighted.